these issues are such that they impact people's lives. I know you had a passion for functional medicine as well as myself. What does functional medicine mean to your patients and your particular type of practice, Mario?
Alex, this is a great question. Also, this is a very in-depth answer. So I'm going to create simplicity, as I always do, for as many topics that we will deal with for months to come. Functional medicine is the medicine of creating synergy and clarity in terms of not only symptom care, but prevention of the diagnosed problem, plus management and efficiency in recovery. So what we're dealing with is not only one cause, but we're dealing with the circle of influence, as you all know. For example, let's take depression, for example, or inflammation. In functional medicine, one of the big foundational conversations that we will talk about and that we will really address with all of our listeners and viewers is inflammation. Okay. Another topic that is very much in media is depression. But if we look at inflammation and we discuss that, inflammation in itself is something that is not treated unless you have a sports injury. And then, like a swollen ankle or swollen knee, and usually the conversation goes something like this, put some ice and take some anti-inflammatories, and we're done. But really, inflammation is a very, very huge problem within our health system and health condition to all of us, because if we really look at the congruency of what inflammation is, inflammation now more than ever is the cause of many problems that we are dealing with right now, such as diabetes, such as fibromyalgia, such as, we talked about metabolic syndrome, such as, another topic that we looked at is obesity. And so if we look at these major topics, they all have a root. And this is functional medicine is about finding the root cause and addressing it in a very powerful way, Alex, to not only wait until the diagnosed condition appears. And this is why a lot of our viewers are going every year to doctors, and they come out of their yearly evaluation or health eval. You know how you go in and you go, oh, I got my yearly exam and I did great. Well, did you? Mm-hmm. Did you do great? Mm-hmm. And so what I'd like to ask you, Alex, is how is it in our conversation, in your practice, when, how many patients come in and they go, well, for the past 2-3 years, I've been going to my physician, and he told me I was fine. What does that really mean, Alex?
What we're finding out, Mario, is that the science of inflammation, it actually is inflammology, if you can kind of call it that. Inflammology, we're inflammologists, whether you have an inflamed back, a insulin issue where you have reactive inflammation, where you have rheumatoid, or in some degenerative issues that you have, inflammation affects us all. Blood sugar issues are at the root of many inflammatory disorders. We're finding out, and the studies through the NCBI are indicating that the most important component of inflammation is sugar. At the root of inflammation, we're finding more often than not just immunoglobulins, immunological agents in our body that are responsible, but eliciting catalyst of sugar as being one of the greatest causes of it. And in our practice, because we are physical medicine doctors, and what we do is we look for the cause. Now, sometimes it could be as simple as I fell off a tree. It could be that way. It could also be I could have an individual who's saying, you know what, I have had nothing but pain over the last few years. Or someone who's actually at the threshold of pain, and wonders why they launch a inflammatory episode such as sciatica or some sort of rheumatoid episode, some sort of brain fog. You could even say that's associated with inflammation.
Right.
Study after study that you and I study every day, we're seeing the connection between sugars, inflammation, insulin, diabetes, and a sedentary lifestyle. So when we look at a functional medicine approach, we have to include all the aspects that are included in medicine that are encompassing of inflammation. Endocrinology, neurology, orthopedics. This is what we do, you and I. And what we have to do is we have to bring this new awareness to the people of our communities, because the word is functional medicine. And in our world, what we look for is a doctor who's going to look at us and treat us individually. If I could be bold, I could say that if a doctor is going to not talk about nutrition and understand how a lifestyle, spiritual, mind, body has anything to do with your body, or doesn't have the time to go over your medical findings or explain to you line by line the presentations of a metabolic panel. Those are the panels that actually assess, deep insights into the blood. Get a new doctor. It's really that simple. Get a new doctor. Find a new one that can sit down and teach you what's going on. So functional medicine is a new beginning. It's a new beginning. It's been around for the last decade or so, and it's becoming really popular amongst the communities around the United States, understanding that there's a connection between many different components of the body, from the metabolic issues to the neurological to the endocrinological, to the joint, the structure, the musculoskeletal system, the mind and body.